Welcome to the deep dive. We sift through fascinating sources to pull out the key insights for you. Today, we're really getting into some profound stuff, ideas about, human existence, purpose, and maybe some hidden forces shaping our lives. So the big question driving this, based on our sources, is, okay, let's unpack this. Do we actually know who we are, where we are, what life we're really living?
Exactly. And that lack of awareness, well, one source suggests it might be the root of all suffering, actually, leaving people feeling, lost, always searching for meaning in things that maybe aren't quite what they seem, according to this perspective anyway.
That's a huge idea to start with, and
Yeah.
it leads straight into this claim that a large chunk of the world's population is essentially enslaved by a system.
Yeah, enslaved. It's a strong word. The source describes it as mostly a mental and emotional kind of thing. It points to a really ancient group, one that holds a sort of monopoly of power. And they're apparently behind all sorts of institutions, not just government or politics, but interestingly, religious ones too.
So it's not just one thing, it's like a whole network.
A great articulated network, that's the phrase they use. Manipulation and control.
Wow. Designed to keep humanity stuck, basically, in a pattern they want.
The source even brings up the movie The Matrix as an analogy, just to give you a sense of the scale they're talking about.
Right, like a simulated reality almost. And how is this structured? You mentioned a group.
Yeah, it's described as pyramidal. So at the very top, this powerful kind of hidden group. Then below them, you have the people we think are in charge, governments, finance, military leaders. But they are, in turn, supposedly enslaving the rest of the population.
Okay, but here's a twist you mentioned earlier.
Right, here's the really fascinating part. The source claims even these apparent owners of the world, these leaders, they're also slaves. Slaves to that group higher up. So they're just kind of middle management in this grand control scheme.
A hierarchy within a hierarchy.
Yeah.
So how do the ones really at the top keep control, even over their own puppets, so to speak?
Well, that leads us perfectly into the next bit. The source breaks down humanity into 3 distinct types based on how they relate to this whole system.
Ah, okay. This sounds interesting. 3 types.
Yeah. First, you've got the submissive. The source calls them sheep or slaves.
Yeah.
These are the people who just accept things. They follow blindly, don't really question. They're moved by emotions, instincts. The source says, like animals, living a sort of mechanical life, guided by rules, doctrines, beliefs they don't examine.
And the source says they like it that way.
That's the really stark claim, yes, that they like to be slaves, prefer being told what to do, and this is supposedly the vast majority of people.
Wow, okay. So that's type 1. What's the second?
Type 2 is the controllers, or the perverse, the shepherds.
Yeah.
These are the ones who see the submissive people and realize they can have power over them. The source claims they actually built the system to enslave minds, emotions, lives.
So these are the ones pulling the strings we can sometimes see.
Pretty much. They're described as lacking sentiment, not caring about humanity's evolution. It's all about self-interest for them. Success, wealth, status, power. That's their game. More concerned with having power than, helping anyone.
And the source identifies these as world leaders, intellectuals, the owners of the world.
And it even says there are more than 4 specific groups controlling the world system, dividing up the planet, creating nations, setting up political philosophies.
Engineering our reality, basically.
That's the picture it paints. And here's maybe the most controversial claim about type 2. The source states they created religions.
Created them, as in invented them.
Yes, to control people, mainly through fear, fear of punishment, hell, eternal vengeance, or offering hope of an afterlife as a reward for obedience.
Good grief.
It points fingers, too. Mentions groups like the Masons, other secret societies, controlling information way back. And it specifically calls out the Vatican, the Catholic Church, as a parallel power that basically compiled Christianity from different texts, even though they originally persecuted Jesus' followers and Jesus himself. The source puts him in the 3rd group.
Okay, this is a lot. So we have the sheep, the shepherds, who is the 3rd group. Where do we potentially fit?
Right. This brings us to the awakened, also called rebels or dimensionals. This is a group that's emerging. Jesus is given as a historical example. He came, the source says, to talk to these people, to bring knowledge, light, to wake them up.
So what makes them different?
They're rebels. They just don't accept manipulation, slavery, control. They can't stand it. They feel like leaders, but crucially, without malice. They want something better, a positive change, a revolution even. They seek knowledge everywhere but the established systems. They study religions, economics, politics, but they just don't fit into the neat boxes.
But it's not easy for them, is it? The source mentions they feel out of place.
Exactly. They feel like they don't belong, want to flee this world sometimes, can fall into depression because the prison, as the source calls it, feels so overwhelming.
A deep sense of isolation, it sounds like.
It can be, but the source also calls them dimensionals, special people, maybe even with paranormal abilities. And they came here specifically to change things. They're starting to recognize the system, the matrix they're in, and they're finding each other.
Finding your tribe.
Yes, to fulfill their mission, whatever that might be.
Okay, so if this third group, the awakened, exists and has this potential, how do the controllers, type 2, stop them? How do they maintain the status quo?
Well, the source lays out a whole strategy. It's multi-layered. First, those belief systems we talked about. Religions, mainly, using fear and hope.
Right.
Second, political and governmental systems. Laws, rules, justice systems, all designed to keep people inside the lines.
Makes sense. What else?
Then there's distraction, pure and simple. Entertainment, passions, keeping people focused on illusions.
Bread and circuses.
Exactly that. Keep people in a mental stupor, chasing a false sense of happiness. So yeah, maybe scrolling social media or binge-watching shows, the source implies that might be part of the plan.
A sobering thought.
And it gets darker. The source claims they use false knowledge, indoctrination through education, lies.
Like what kind of lies?
Well, one really out-there example the source gives is the shape of the Earth. It claims the idea of a globe planet is one of the biggest lies.
Seriously, to what end?
To imprison the human mind in a territorial limitation. That's the quote. Make us feel small and confined.
Okay, that's certainly a claim. What else is in their playbook?
This is where it gets frankly alarming. Technology and health. The source alleges the use of electromagnetic waves, from antennas, other tech, to mess with human vibrational fields, brain waves.
To what effect?
Disrupting hormones, glands, causing depression. It mentions specific things like HARP, claiming it manipulates weather and minds, and something called RA, interference tech.
Okay. And health.
Yeah, this is maybe the most chilling. The source claims they want people to die, to get sick.
Why?
Population reduction, primarily. Easier control with fewer people. So they supposedly use food intoxication, toxins, things to speed up aging, shorten lives.
Good Lord.
And this ties back to the awaken type 3. Keeping people sick or shortening their lives supposedly prevents them from developing their full abilities, their potential paranormal gifts, which are seen as a threat.
So this is a pretty bleak picture of control.
Yeah.
Given all that, what's the takeaway? What are we supposed to do? What's our role in this, according to the source?
Well, the message is clear. Just knowing this stuff isn't enough, you have to act. But there's a warning about the human ego. It can trip up the awakened.
How so?
By making them feel special, superior, thinking, oh, I'm different, I'm dimensional, I know things others don't. That kind of attitude.
So it creates division.
Exactly. The source says this third group often ends up competing, fighting over who knows more instead of uniting.
Which plays right into the controller's hands, presumably.
Precisely. Divide and conquer, even among those trying to wake up.
So what's the solution then?
Propagation. Sharing the knowledge, that's the key, according to the source.
Yeah.
Even a small effort telling people around you, passing on the light, as they put it, it can build momentum. If it keeps getting passed on, it could reach everywhere.
So don't just hoard the knowledge.
Right. And don't just retreat either. The source says running off to a monastery or something is another trap. The goal isn't to escape the world, but to be in it, manage your own life, be a winner within the system, even while recognizing it's controlled.
Right. So it really brings it back to the individual, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Asking yourself, am I living like a slave, just accepting things? Or do I feel that rebellion, that urge to seek more, to share what I find? We've covered a lot today. This framework of 3 human types, submissive, controllers, awakened, all within this alleged ancient system of control. It's a compelling, if unsettling, way to look at the world, drawn from our sources.
Definitely unsettling. But there's a final thought from the source that offers, like, maybe some hope. It asserts there's a superior force watching all this unfold.
Oh.
Yeah. And that at the right moment, it will act. The current lords of the world, the controllers, will be removed, and a new system will come, a system of good, bringing dignity, hope, a better life. That's the ultimate promise in this narrative.
Interesting. A sense of eventual justice, perhaps.
Yeah.
So for everyone listening, maybe reflect on where you see yourself in this model. Are you feeling that call to awaken? And what could happen if everyone who felt that call decided not just to learn, but to actively share, to become a catalyst? Something to think about.